We're here for another player profile inside the Lair. Today we're joined by senior outfielder Alec Ritch. Richie, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Coach.
We're going to get to know you a little bit, and as one of the elder statesmen on the team, there's a lot to get to know, so I'm excited for this one. But let's start. We're going to go through everything. Before you got here, while you're here, all of it. But let's start before Cal. You graduated from the Branson School, 3-sport athlete in high school, baseball, basketball, and football. First team All-Marin County Athletic League honors. Before Cal, you started at a different school, Middlebury University let's start even before that. So talk to me about some of your biggest influences before getting to college, just kind of who helped, make you who you are, developed you into the college athlete that you became first at Middlebury.
I'd say before I got to Middlebury, obviously my parents had a huge influence on me. Both my parents, my mom was an athlete herself. She was a ballet dancer professionally for the New York City Ballet. And my dad, he played high school sports, but they were both really influential in my upbringing, and it was always kind of a thought that I was going to play college sports if I wanted to. It was always up to me, and they were really influential. And I'd also say my sister, who was also a professional ballet dancer, she really inspired me to go after my dreams. She moved away from our house when I was 12, and she was 14 to go chase her dream. Mm-hmm. So that was really inspiring for me to just say, hey, go get it. Yeah. And then I'll say I had some really influential high school coaches. My basketball coach, Coach Jonas Honick, he taught me everything I know about just showing up every day and going to work. And Coach Steve Reinertson, whose son played here a couple years ago. And yeah, I had a lot of really, really good coaches.
So safe to say, in your house, your dance moves are kind of at the bottom of the totem pole?
Yeah, my mom and sister are definitely a little bit more well-versed in that topic.
Okay.
Me and my dad we've got some heavy feet. So I didn't get the dancing gene, no.
There's some quickness and foot speed though, so that maybe is attributed to your mom.
Yeah, that one I have to thank for my mom too. Definitely not my
dad. Would you say your sister kind of heading out and trying some stuff at a young age, was that kind of the reason why, but a factor in you looking at schools that were farther away from home?
Yeah, I mean, she was on the East Coast in New York City for a long time, and that brought me to the East Coast, and I went to summer camp out there a little bit. Okay. So definitely I'd say opened up that part of the country to me and my family. I had never really gotten to the East Coast until then. Yeah. So I knew some people out there, and it definitely made me feel a little bit more comfortable about going super far from home.
Good. So you ended up at Middlebury University. 2019, your freshman season, you appeared in 30 games, hit 256 with 17 stolen bases. You also played football your freshman year, and I know that's a big point of contention that you want to make sure everyone here knows that you are the two-sport athlete.
It's a point of pride. It's a point of pride for me.
You and Sully, I guess, but
yeah,
you got to hit guys a little harder than him, maybe. So
yeah, he probably recorded a few more stats than me, though. So.
That's all right. You made it. That's all that matters. Sophomore year at Middlebury, you were a member of the all-academic team. That was about all you got to do because obviously the season didn't play. No 2021, you didn't play any games, so kind of a weird journey for you. But then finally, 2022, you got to play again, and that's where things really took off for you. 2022, as a sophomore at Middlebury, you set the single-season program record for runs scored with 50, stolen bases with 41, RBI with 54, and walks with 33. ABCA Rawlings first-team All-Region, NESCAC Player of the Year, and then NESCAC All-Academic Team. And then your junior year at Middlebury, your final year there, you graduated with a career record for stolen bases with 69, hit 310 in your final season, and then again a member of that all-academic team. So a weird journey for you with two sports to start, some stops in the middle because of COVID, and then obviously tons of success at the end. What are some of the things you learned in your experience there as a collegiate baseball player?
Yeah, I think for me, obviously we had 2 seasons canceled, which was pretty unique. There aren't many other. I think us and the Ivy League were the only 2 leagues in America to have that happen. And I think one big takeaway for me personally was I really learned in that time period where we weren't playing was, I could have very easily gotten comfortable and gotten a little bit lazy and just been okay with, where I was at. But I can credit this to my dad. He kind of put in my ear, hey, if you want to keep playing past Middlebury, you're gonna have the opportunity to do so with these extra years of eligibility. So, that really motivated me, and I learned that you keep stacking good days on top of each other. I think during that time period, it would have been obviously very easy we weren't playing. I was watching all my other friends, have seasons and watching all their games, being pretty jealous, getting to watch guys play. But me and a couple other guys from Middlebury went up to Driveline Baseball in Seattle and just put our heads down. We were up there for 6 months and just went to work. And I think that was a big turning point for me. It really changed my body physically. My mentality completely changed about baseball. It was no longer, hey, I'm just playing to have fun. I was playing to make some noise and to win a championship. And it was a big turning point for me.
Good. Like you said, like your dad said, you did what you were supposed to. You did the work. You put up the numbers and created the opportunity here now as a grad transfer. Why Cal? What were the reasons that made this the right fit for you for that last year?
Yeah, Cal has always been for me ever since I've known Coach Noah Jackson since I was 11 years old, and he's obviously been around Cal, so I've been around the program a little bit. And I, from the time I was 11 years old, I always envisioned myself being a Cal baseball player. Obviously, not every path is the same, and it definitely took me. I took a long and winding road to get here, but I always, this for me has been just a dream come true. I get to play close to home, get to be around amazing people at an amazing institution, and I always saw myself being here, and so my little surprise ended up happening a little bit. When I went to Middlebury, I never thought COVID was going to happen and this would all be possible, but for me, it's a dream come true.
Good. Now, talk to me about this fall. It's kind of two things for you. You're the new guy in the sense that you hadn't been here before, but you're also older than just about everyone, so you kind of get thrown right into a leadership role. And this group is kind of mixed in that way. There's some old guys, but there's a lot of true freshmen that are going to play and are learning from a lot of your experience. So what's the fall been like for you as a hybrid leader / new guy in the program?
Yeah, it's been a really fun role for me to take on. I've really enjoyed it. I get to, kind of see every side of, of the equation, I guess. I get to, talk to the freshmen, and they're, a lot younger than me, and sometimes they're deer in the headlights, and I get to, put some really, some very easy wisdom on them, where it's like, hey, it's gonna be all right. Trust me, you're just getting started. And I also get to talk to all these, older guys on the team who have been around, and share some of my experiences with them, just about what it's like playing college baseball, being in leadership roles, and also I'm learning from them just as much. What it takes to be a Cal Golden Bear, what it takes to be a member of this program, and what it takes to compete at a high level, and it's how great players are made. You just hang around other great players and you pick their brains. So I've definitely enjoyed doing that, just taking a little bit of everything from everyone.
Good. Last question. We're going to forecast a bit. We'll look into the future. Obviously, your legacy at Middlebury is one you've already solidified, and 10 years from now they'll look back and some of those records may still be standing, and they'll talk about your accomplishments on the field. The goal is to do the same here, obviously, but when we look 10 years from now, we do our alumni profile interview with you 10 years from now. What about all the off-field stuff? What do you want your legacy here in Cal in the time you spent in this program to be?
I kind of I really want to be remembered as just a great team guy. I think that one thing that I've learned, another lesson is that your teammates are going to be your, best friends for the rest of your life. You go to battle every single day with these guys. I know this fall there were some days where a lot of us were tired and dragging a little bit, and you hold each other accountable, you pick each other up. When somebody does something great, you're the first one to be there to congratulate them and hype them up. And so one thing I want to remember is just a great team guy, a guy that everybody was, dependable, somebody they could count on, somebody that coaches could count on, responsible, all that stuff. And I also, 10 years from now, I still want to be involved in the program here. I've only been here for 4 months, but obviously being a Bay Area native and getting to be here, like I said, it's a dream come true. And I think that this program is pretty special, and has, going to the ACC, I think there's such a great vision going forward for the baseball team here, and I want to be still involved, whether that be hopefully I have a job in baseball somewhere, either working or keep playing if if the cards fall that way, but just be able to come back and either talk to players, talk to coaches, be involved somehow, obviously donations, all that good stuff, but I think it's a priority for me to keep this program at the top, and that's something I want to be remembered for, as well as still be in touch with all my teammates here. It's a really special group, and super thankful to be a part of it.
Good, good. Well, thank you for all of the information and taking us down memory lane with all of your stops. But good luck this season, and yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, keep tuned for more.